Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, and today we're going to do the predictions for Roundhill, and we're going to talk about how I did this week and how I am predicting for next week. That's what you're looking for. Stay tuned. So Roundhill announced their distributions, and for XDTE, you're going to get paid 33.6 cents, and QDTE, you're going to get paid 29.8. And for RDTE, you're going to get paid 59 cents. And since it's on there, YBTC is going to be $1.03. And I'm just going to say, still not a fan of YBTC. Maxi is the one that leads the way. BITO leads the way. BTCI is in third. And then you get into the Roundhill and Yield Max. So you might want to look at one of the other three before you look at this one. You choose. Now, how did I do? I had 28.2, 29.3, and 56.6 with the maximum of 58. So I'm sitting there going, I'm around within range. There you go. I am well within range of what they said this week, which is good. But I'm going to do a whole flash warning, you better watch to the end episode because something happened this week and you should be aware of it. But you won't, and something will happen and everybody will be wondering what Brad's talking about. And I'm again telling you today on December 31st, something is going to happen in the future. It's going to happen. But no, you guys will just totally ignore it and do whatever you want to do and then ask me what happened 6 months from now. And I'll have to go back to this video to tell you. Love it. Nothing else to do with my life. So calls this week, they got slammed on December 24th. Yes, they did. They got slammed. They lost $3.1 million on QDTE, and they had to pay $3.1 million to close that call, even though the underlying still went up. I don't think people realize these are cash settled. They have to pay that cash. So this week, hey, they only lost $954,000. No big deal. No big deal. But hey, you're still going to get paid that $2.8 million, which is about 18 cents, 19 cents per share. Good to go. But you can see they lost about 0.6 compared to the index. And this is the distance between the index and your NAV. But, people still want to argue that and, look at the NAV and not understand. But hey, XDTE, ooh, doggy. They only lost $1.2 million this week. And the first day on Monday last week, it went through the strike. They lost $328,000. It was not a successful call, even though they were out of the money by almost 1%. So we're going to give them that. They were definitely out of the money, but they got called out. And then just like everything else, on December 24th, they got called out again and they lost $1.5 million. Again, they have to pay that to close out the calls. Then you have December 26th and December 27th, and they made good calls because the market was down and everybody was happy, and you're going to get $1 million and it's going to pay 19.3 cents, thereabouts, plus or minus. But again, you got 1% away from the index. Okay, RDTE. So on December 26th, they had a losing call. Cost them $1.1 million. Yeah, that was the only one that went through the strike. Everything else was out of the money, and they did well. Can't complain about that. We'll see how this looks in the future. They did only make $683,000. That's about 15 cents per share. But here you go. Warning, warning. Yes, flashing lights, arrows. They had to sell some of those poor man cover calls. And I just sit here and tell you, either they sold them at a loss or they sold them at a gain. I don't track it. But if they're sold them at a gain, they're going to pay you those gains. So when's that going to happen? Don't know. There you go. And if they sold them at a loss, those losses are locked in permanently. That's how it works. Who knows what they're going to do? Anyway, moving on. So January 10th. And somebody asked me the other day about this. That's not the declaration date. No, that's the day you're going to get paid. So I keep on showing pay dates. And I've been showing pay dates for months. But last week somebody says, but that's not the declaration date. Holy cow, you've only been watching it for months and now you're just going to figure this out that I've been showing pay dates? You're killing me. You're killing me, YouTube. Killing me. Anyway, XDTE is going to be about 19 cents. QDTE is going to be about 18 cents. And RDTE is that 15 to 16 cents. And they're going to come back down to normal unless, warning, remember the whole show? Yeah, warning, Will Robertson and yeah. So RDTE sold board man cover calls. But somebody's going to say 6 months from now when they do a huge distribution, what happened? Anyway, it is New Year's Eve, and no, I have not been drinking yet, but, I'm just happy because I'm thinking about it. Anyway, how did my Roundhill and Yield Max test go so far? Well, it's only cost me a few dollars in losses, but as you can see, XDTE, RDTE, and QDTE are both at a loss, and I'm reinvesting 50% back into it, and they're still at a loss. Yes, no NAV erosion going on there whatsoever. Although it's not really NAV erosion, the market's been down, and they've been paying out some big gains. So, okay, I'll take it as it goes. No big deal. So, one thing I am a little bit happy about is I'm actually starting to see some increases in claws and BTCI. It's about time they actually have a few dollars in them. And if I look at the glorious Yield Max, ooh, doggy, Misty is down, taking a beating. And Coney is down, taking a beating. Claws is a little bit off, but hey, that's okay. But you know what? They are growing clearly twice as fast as Roundhill, and I'm okay with it. Now, the whole conversation is Misty's only down because MSTR issued more shares, and what are they going to do? They're going to buy more Bitcoin. It is a never-ending cycle, and people don't understand that. Coney is down because Bitcoin is down. Let's keep that in mind. Next year, the economy changes. Who knows what's going to happen? Even Powell doesn't know what's going to happen. And I'm sure just me saying that's going to get everybody going to all get riled up and leave all kinds of stupid comments down below. But hey, I like stupid comments. No, I don't like stupid comments. But Happy New Year's. That's what's going on. I leave an article down below that you should read because it kind of tells you what other people are thinking about the market other than what you see on the news. Anyway, enjoy this evening, and hopefully you don't have to go to your job tomorrow. Till next time, God bless.